In a massive vindication of all the hours that preview writers the world over spend trying to predict the winners of the ICC 2023 Women's T20 World Cup, Australia successfully defended their title by beating South Africa, the hosts, by 19 runs in the final at Newlands here in Cape Town on Sunday. Hi, my name is Anubha Bhonsle and I'm here to tell you just how amazing Australia are, because winning 6 titles across the T20 World Cup's 8th edition history in the women's game really does take something special. And Australia seem to have that element, that X factor in abundance. One of Australia's biggest assets is, of course, their batter, Beth Mooney, a serial performer in major events finals, who took home the Player of the Match award in the final of the Women's T20 World Cup as well. Her unbeaten 74-run innings anchored Australia's performance with the bat after they opted to set a target at Newlands on Sunday against South Africa. Beth Mooney's partnerships with Ellis Perry and Ashley Gardner proved pivotal in taking Australia to a competitive score. Ashley Gardner, the player of the tournament, superbly complemented Beth Mooney in the final with an all-round performance. And for those of you who've been following news and developments around the Women's Premier League, or the WPL, which begins in Mumbai and Navi Mumbai, yes, in India, later this week, it was Ashley Gardner, yes, who became the joint most expensive overseas player at the WPL auction a fortnight ago. South Africa, for their part, showed flashes of brilliance across all 3 departments, playing in front of a home crowd of about 12,800 odd spectators, arguably the highest attendance in South Africa for a women's cricket match. The home team's top performers included fast bowler Shabnam Ismail, who during the final became the highest wicket taker in women's T20 World Cup history, and their 23-year-old opener Laura Boulward, who top scored for the home team. As first-time World Cup finalists across men's and women's cricket, South Africa did show a lot of heart in the way they performed against Australia in the final and ensured that the title clash wasn't a one-sided contest like the 2020 edition of the tournament's final, where hosts Australia hammered India at the MCG by a staggering margin. South Africa will definitely take a lot of confidence in the way they turn their campaign around after losing to Sri Lanka in their first match of the competition, and then going on to pull off an upset in the semi-final against England. And in the final as well, they did give Australia a bit of a scare with a 55-run 4th wicket stand between Boulward and Chloe Tryon. But eventually, it was Australia again who finished atop the podium with the winners' medal around their necks, and they proved yet again just how difficult it is to beat them in World Cup knockouts. The T20 World Cup has ended, but the action around women's cricket is far from over. The focus now shifts to the Women's Premier League, or the WPL, which begins on Saturday. So make sure to keep up to date with all the news and updates on women's sport on Newsworthy. Until next time, this is Anubha Bhonsle saying goodbye from South Africa.